Hi everyone, Arlene here. First off, I want to apologize for the upside downness of this video that you're going to see. I bought a new phone over the holidays and I am just learning it. This is actually my first attempt at making a video with my phone. The color and the quality is better, but not the upside downness, so I apologize. So this card, I'm starting out with a half of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper that I cut lengthwise, and then I scored it down the middle, so that way it's going to be folding from the top on this particular card. So it's still an A2 size card. I also have a couple of scraps of paper, and this is from a paper pack. I believe it's SEI. It's at least a couple years old though, so it's just something that I really like, the way these two went together. I'll be using a third piece of paper from the same paper pack as well for the butterfly. The butterfly that I'm using, I'm cutting out from a die. It is from the Stampin' Up's Butterflies Thinlits die set. There are 3 different dies in this set. I'm using the one that is the medium sized, very intricate little pieces. It's gorgeous once it's cut out. And I used another color, like I was saying. This is a third sheet of pattern paper from that pattern pack. And I just have to take all these little pieces out. This right now is a very good time when a good idea to use like a paper piercer to take all those little pieces out. But if you don't have them, you can always use what you have handy. But you see this paper, see how it shimmers, the butterflies? Really cute paper. And I knew this is what you have handy, a pen. It turned out wonderful though. I love the die cut on this right here. Very pretty. See, it's got a little bit of shimmer. We won't be seeing the butterflies from the pattern paper, but it's got that shimmer from on the butterfly, which is the effect that I was looking for. So I'm just going to put my card together now. This is the top of the butterflies. I put that at the top of the card, and then right below that I'm putting the striped paper. And I just eyeballed. I want to make sure that it's flush against that butterfly paper so that the 2 pieces of pattern paper meet up against each other. They butt up there. I have a little bit of extra down below, and this is where I want to use my border punch. This is a Fiskars border punch. It's probably my most used punch in my collection. It's always my go-to. I like it because I like the way it lines up as well too. It's user-friendly. Some of them I have a harder time with, but I do like that. As long as you keep it down, keep your paper to the paper guide and then line it up where the guidelines are, I usually do not have a problem. So, and it just gives it a nice cute little edge. This is great for scrapbooking too, for your layouts. I like this border punch as well too. So now that I have that, down below, I have the little bit of extra that I want to stamp on. And this is a thank you card, so I want it to say thank you. So I'm using the color Midnight Muse. It's a Stampin' Up color, and that is bringing out the blue from that pattern paper. I am using the stamp set Sprinkles of Life, I believe it's called. Yeah, Sprinkles of Life. And there's a really small stamp. You can see that, and it's called Thanks a Bunch. And I picked this one because of the size rather than the meaning or the saying on it, because I needed a stamp set, of course, to say thank you. But see how small that is, but it fits perfectly there. So now I'm going on to the inside of my card, and I didn't really see anything in the Sprinkles of Life stamp set that pertain to what I wanted it to say. They were all about layering or stacking things up, or about a cupcake. So I picked a stamp set actually from the Petite Pears stamp set. And this is another Stampin' Up stamp set. And it's a smaller stamp set, little stamp, but I didn't want anything really large on there. I just wanted something fairly simple on there, but this is perfect. I really like this little stamp here. So this part is what's called, Stampin' Up calls a clear. This stamp, they call it a clear mount. And it's just the same kind of a rubber die that you would use, or that you would get when you purchase a wood mounted stamp. This is actually my favorite kind of stamp because I like the image that you get using this clear mount. I really like that. So this is from the Papillion Potpourri. And I'm using 2 of the butterflies from this set. And I started out, when I was thinking of this card, I wanted to just use 1 stamp set. And so I'm taking the first butterfly and I'm going to again use the Midnight Muse from that. But after I stamped on it, I changed my mind. I think I wanted to use a little bit more color. It needed more color in the middle of it. So I'm going off. I'm not staying right in the middle. I'm not staying toward just the inside of the card. You notice how I'm using a pad of paper down below. This is always a really good idea to protect your surface, but also so that you can stamp off of your card base or whatever you're stamping on. So that just gives it more a continuous flow throughout your paper that you're using or your card. And this color here is called this is actually Watermelon Wonder. And I'm stamping once and then I'll stamp it again. Give it a little bit of a different look, different ink color, even though it's the same ink, but it looks a little bit different. It appears different. That is a gorgeous color. That's one of our 2016 new, I believe it's an ink color for 2015, 2017. And then I'm going to use Tangelo Twist. Same thing, just using, like I said, 2 different stamps is all I used. I just want to have the butterflies flowing through there on the page. And then I'm going to take another stamp pad, and this time I'm going to pick, it's the Pear Pizzazz, and again stamping up some of the butterflies there as well. All of these colors you'll see in the front, they go really well together. So I'm going to stamp that. And another idea too would be when you have your envelope, to stamp your envelope too. While you have your stamps out like this, and if you have your envelope, go ahead and stamp your envelope as well and decorate that. Okay, so I am done with the inside of my card. And before I attach my butterfly, I want to add a little bit of bling to it, a little bit more bling. And this is just some rhinestone ribbon that I bought at the Scrapbook Expo in Sacramento. And it's been a little over a year, probably almost 1.5 years actually, since I went. Just been sitting there. I haven't been able to use it. I haven't come up with a project yet. So this was a good reason to use this ribbon here. It's adhesive. So the background that it's attached to, if you've been scrapbooking for a number of years, do you remember, I think it was called Magic Mesh. And that's what this really reminds me of. And then with the rhinestones attached. But anyway, that mesh in the background, the adhesive part, is black. So I hadn't been using it because I just don't make a lot of cards that have black in them. But this is a really dark blue, those butterflies. I thought it went really well. So I'm taking some Stampin' Dimensionals, and I've cut them in half so that they're thin enough so that I can attach them to the back of the butterfly and then attach them to the card without them showing through. And then just pushing up a little bit, just gently on each side of the wings there, so they have a little bit of more of a 3D look to them. These are Stampin' Up's rhinestones, and I'm taking, I believe it's the 3rd smallest one, and just placing just one up on the top, very top in the middle of the butterfly right there. Cute. And there's the rhinestones. I really think those rhinestones add a lot of bling to it. So I am excited to make a scrapbook page with that. Okay. That is about everything. So thank you so much for watching. I am glad you stopped by, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.